Good morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Alright, I forgot about a couple of changes I wanted to make last time, and now, okay, so those are those, although I think probably more. Also, we can just double check this. Actually got our command set up here. Oh, you know what? I'm even testing multiple players. Ooh, I never cleared that out. Yep. Vog. Uh, hmm. Now, I thought something had gotten added to the server. It was supposed to announce your birth slots on death. Oh, but that was if genetic fitness is above 0. On a private server, you don't have... And... Oh. Well, at least you can turn. Great! I was kind of stuck as a baby for a while. Yeah, so that's probably it. Hmm. That's probably, well, school slots are probably a thing that you can figure on your server. Which I guess could watch out the not having genetic fitness bonus. Hmm. However, that is a little bit of a liability because I can't test if there's anything in those initial messages. Oops. Well, that window's dead. Oh, no, not completely dead. Learned tool reports. The question is, I think this is like specifically unlearned tool. Oh, it is a unlearned tool, not we unlearned a tool. Tool set index. Rest are learned IDs. So do we get any of these? Well, I mean, that's just... Or rather, it puts many messages. Yeah. Actually, no sign of that. Unless it's like all messages. But I mean, I know we don't do like maps. Oh, length 4 message LR. LR, right? I might have to learn something to see if it actually prints out. Nope, we're still there. Although, I mean, if I live, I guess that's workable now. But what's a simple tool? That's a tool. Okay, so that's just a data. So what's the format of this? Tool ID that have just been learned. Oh, this might be all the stages of breakage for it. I'm gonna guess that's not a one text. 41? Nope. So that's all the intermediate objects. Or all the use objects. There is an empty learned tool report. So actually, I think if I reconnect, that will tell me what I knew before. Yep. Now, I might have to rely on text messages to know what the cap is. Tool set in. Object bank. Get tool set in. Tool set membership. Add tool set membership. Generate all tool set. X. Tool set records. This is like a cleanup function. Clear learned tool status. All tool set. Okay, that's unused function. Record ID. Okay, well, there it is. Tool pause. Tool set index set tag. Because some things can be tagged to the same tool. All right, so things we might be able to know are how many tool sets there are. Whether we've learned a tool, but I might need a message to know what my total is. I did not see any accounting in here of number of learned tools, and the client, what's more, this is like, well, they're tool indexes, tool set indexes. So learned tool is getting object indexes. Tool set index. So if it's a tool, and object to learned, huh? It's actually, you could hover. This would only be for object tool learned. Hmm. We can only keep track of numbers through the messages. And there's a different message on startup. Under the normal server, which I'm just going to have to kind of guess at here. That only gives me a bonus. Okay, D tool slots. All your tool slots. Well, D of D and all and bonus tool slots. Yeah, that's only telling me bonus. So I don't actually know the number because that changes over time. until we learn something. So these are the only ones we can actually. And that's going to come in, I guess for an actual example, we would learn something. And hopefully I can extrapolate the all from there. Learn stone hatchet. Oh, it's encoded. Isn't that cute? I guess you must use spaces in the protocol. No, I still haven't figured out how I want to display this. I need to eat something to be able to see my food meter. So we've got a space here that is. Oh, because it's edge of screen. It's a edge of the screen, but not. Anyway. Mostly taken up. We've got 8 whatever. That temp meter. I mean, I guess there could be like a gum slip type thing. I mean, that's going to be a little bit more involved. That would mainly be relevant for unlearned tools, but hmm. Oh, I'm back at server. Yum slip position. That is the slip position. Interesting that you left a provision for multiples in there. Flip hide offset. Flip index to show. Oh. Right, so if you flip back and forth, it's not like it changes. Well, I don't think I need to worry about that. And bonus. Slip index, old slip index. All my stuff. I specifically need. Well, there's where it's. Oh, it's an actual sprite, huh? Slips. So he has separate sprites, but he's still printing the words on top of them. Maybe he was thinking you would be more iconic at first. Although that is, hmm, that is an interesting problem. Without trying to make our own paper sprites, that is going to limit the size of things we can use. That'd be graphics. Oh, well, hint sheet has 4 too. Does this have, yeah, this has a little bit of preview. I guess these are just to give them slight visual variations. Oh, and that's why the maps still say home. Bars. Bars was an older thing? I don't know. Oh. So you're one big sprite. I wonder if notepaper actually got used. I was thinking of using hunger boxes, but like it's very specific. Like it's a piece of art that is, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. that is specific to each box. Oh, or does he chop it up? Split and expand numHunder box. Okay. But it is position specific. It will probably never have 20 tool slots. Oh. Okay, other problem. If I ever wanted to show the tools you've learned, we've got all the in-betweens. We have a concept of use dummy. Is use, yeah, okay. Well, actually, we could go through that learned tools, figure out which one are use dummy, and sort of have a prototype. Oh man, this is gonna be a finger slip sprites. He has 3 of those as well? Hint sheets. I guess so that you can get the kind of swap effect as you change from one to another. Last sheet. Live sheet. Live hit sheet index. Live tutorial sheet. Oh, he must be reusing that same piece of paper. That's tutorial pause. But yeah, that's so we can have one disappearing, another one appearing. And maybe the number there is just kind of an arbitrary number to allow that to happen. Uh, New. I am trying to add a little bit of extra information for a new feature in a game to which I'm making a custom client. And I'm kind of trying to feel my way around some unfamiliar parts of the code. At the moment, I am trying to remember how to do a new patch. Create an empty patch. Exactly how much this turns into is yet to be seen. Because it's really more about the remaining slots, but uh, I could try that. I mean, it does cause problems for Firefox. I have to go in and like find it. Windows Lite, solid color. No. I guess this says use it. That's color. Aren't available in high contrast mode. Okay. Color filters. This is like a whole different set. Hmm. Okay, so that's dark. Okay. Color, but it did say dark. Okay, now I have to figure out how to remember how I did the HC high contrast black theme. No. Link. Resources theme one dot theme. Probably more likely here. Arrow theme, light theme, theme one, theme. Is this going to be theme two? No. No. Windows resource. This is resources, ease of access themes. So probably, actually, this probably went into my user folder somewhere, huh? That's what I was using. Okay, we need specifically dot theme. Which it's not being very good about actually checking. Is there a thing for more search options? Kind? No. What specifically name? It's still ignoring my dot. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to search my entire. I can only delete. I'm gonna have to search my entire computer to find this. Unless we go look it up. That's gonna be a new window. Custom themes pictures. It might be the same thing. Local app data. Which is app local. Which, because, Windows couldn't search where your data is or anything. Microsoft. Dark dot theme. Or, maybe not. Okay. So now the real test. Now, actually, I opened Firefox in the high contrast mode, so it's probably still borked. Org? Elm dash lang. Mm. Community? Like I've package. All right, so this is not completely inoperable because Firefox borked their high contrast settings. Well, the website is partly to blame too, but So, I mean, that doesn't mean you get some pages that actually are dark, but so many sites will set their foreground or their background color and not the other, that it's kind of useless. I'm trying to remember. Well, I mean, some things do mess up. I'm trying to remember. You would actually done some. Okay, where were we? We were looking at. Well, we have the dual things of detecting it and displaying it. I was kind of going down displaying it because detecting doesn't do you any good, but well, I guess if we never trigger it, then having the code around won't really hurt. So, well, one of the problems or my concerns with that is that I have, well, it was specifically a dark reader that had come up as ruining some LMAPs because it's going and modifying the DOM when the application it owns the DOM. So I've been a little bit hesitant about those. I think I did get a fix for that, in at least the one app. But yeah, that's made me a little bit hesitant to play with those things. Ah, okay. Okay, so that's doing tutorial stuff. I need to find the actual hint. Uh, this is initialization, target offset, pause offset, extra offset, hint message index. That's a little bit specific to the application. Okay, so pause offset. Not equal. Okay, this like it's doing the actual drawing. So this is the offset at which that thing hides. This is the offset that it's currently at. Mhint extra offset. Oh, you're a full position. Okay. So that's probably just for allowing for those long lines. Oh yeah, line start. Offset from current view center. Mhint messages. I think that, that's in that sheet. So if we reuse those sprites, we've got, that's hunger visible. Actually, well, no, it's got its own. Although do we really need to change this? Well, I mean, even hunger has multiple. Oh, visible one. So this might be like starving. Yeah, see, there's hungry, starving, full. I think pause is where it's at. Target is where it wants to be. Extra offset is for the long lines. And then the message stuff. Hey, Pi Prime. Or Phi Prime. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. How's it going? 1 Hour, One Life is a game by Jason Rohr, which happens to be open source, so me and a couple other people make our own custom clients for it. Phi Prime, okay. Or customized clients. Uh, yeah. Thankfully, I haven't had any link problems yet. But actually, I haven't really done anything yet. So I should be able to start this up. Now, the game itself is sort of intended to be more of a massively multiplayer thing. So you are born to other people. Uh, I'm on my own little private server here for testing. But yeah, one of the things that was recently added was a mechanic to limit use of tools. So that you had to get some degree of specialization. But this is the extent of the interface right now. So that's easy stuff to forget while I'm playing. So I want to see if there's anything I can do to track that information and display it somehow. And the way the game tends to display things, these little slips. mhint live sheet. Okay, so we first hint refresh, current hint object ID, next hint index, target object. Oh, sorry if that got lost. I guess they didn't say URLs. I'm still stuck in the console window in CPP. You mean you are doing like get and print, and you can do like little chat apps, but you want to do GUIs, graphical user interfaces? Okay. I am modifying an existing program here. It's been a long time since I did anything else with C++. When I did, it was primarily Windows stuff, which back in the day was MFC. They've moved on quite a bit since then. One Life is a lot of custom stuff that's doing custom drawing. So, and then you have, there are. I know that there are frameworks out there. I don't know. I know there's sort of Unixy toolkits. I think like TK was sort of a thing. There's Qt, but I think that's commercial. And then it depends on what you're doing. If you want to do game stuff, there's libraries for graphics. If you want to do, business apps, then you're going to be more like a UTKT. I'm sure that there are, or maybe it's TK. I'm sure that there are other ones. Yeah, well, I mean, Jason kind of built his own UI library, but yeah. If you just want to do GUI stuff, like your standard input boxes and forms, then there's probably libraries that do a lot of that for you. But I'm not the right person to ask for what the current good ones are. Okay, so there is alternate themes. That just tweak some stuff. Hmm. I mean, that might be a way to fix up some of the sites that persistently have foreground background color problems. I'll have to see how the new dark theme does with that. Okay, hint, 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 hint. Hint arrows. String. They're getting into filters. Hmm. Yeah, I think we were just talking about Dark Reader, which I had I had it not being compatible with some of my web apps. I think I worked around it. I forget. Tutorial hints. Get map index. All right. So this is going to be like. Okay, cool. Um. Now, I guess for this to be a proper sheet thing, I would need to actually display different data anytime it changed. Pending filter string, pending filter string. What are you doing here? Done hiding. This looks more like the state update. Oh, and then that's doing font because it needs to measure the offset. Save last hint filter. Okay, that's the pointer logic. Pending filter string. Int message. Pending filter string. That's a special case for pending filter string. Pause offset, hide offset. Clear the message. That's that state update. This is the actual movement. All right, so that's the only mention of big tool. Capital. All right, pause, target. Target, pause, target, offset. Pause, offset. This doesn't have the extra. Maybe the extra is used to get the target. Oh, no, tutorial. That's tutorial extra. Orange tool report. Okay, now we have nothing that actually triggers, well, and nothing to draw it. Let's start sliding first sheet map loaded. Tutorial sheets. Oh, well, here's a hint. Tutorial. Initialize your position. Let's hide offset. We haven't really set these things. Okay, yes, and you are in like initialize everything. So this is, are you doing both? No, you're not doing both. We actually want hint sheet. Okay, I'm going to leave you to do the sprites. And I have to for an index. Okay, toolbox. I probably do need to move you. Target, hide. Extra, a message. Sum total. Left.h. Yep. I think I tried creating a dummy file here and it still didn't shut up. No, you close. Toolbox sheet index. I think I just something. Something big's going on outside. I can only see the top of a van that's doing something. Do we have any other like big initializers of this? Oh, so many little updates. Little steps. All right, that's tutorial. I mean, I guess technically it is kind of hint sheets because I'm reusing the same box, but that just ends up making things confusing. So I want the actual hint boxes. Hint target offset. Okay, so that's that initialization. This is reason formatting stuff. Gray case specific. Holding something with no hint. Hide last. This is actually going to be kind of similar. But I need to. I need something to. Yeah. Want the next file somehow. Need to find the. I need to actually draw the thing. I guess going to the sprites could help find the drawing code. The speed update. Oh, maybe we need mhint pause. That's going to be equal to measure speed. Handwriting font, bunch of measurement, draw sprite. Okay, now draw tutorial sheets. So this is probably going to be somewhat different. But it's a starting point. Erased note. Draw characters. I'm not sure what that's drawing on. All right, so your basic replace. We're going to have to change a lot of this. Pause offset, hide offset. We might be in a state where we don't have any tool information. I don't have that state defined yet. Int tool. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Uh, pause offset. That's the extra. I don't think I have pages. Okay, so there's the sprite sheets, which actually these aren't going to change. Uh, Maybe I would use font. I don't have a message. Now I could just kind of like remember the last tool message we got and display that. It would be a very simple start, actually. I don't think this splitting is actually going to work right. Yeah, and this is very specific. That's toolbox message. Yeah, he's doing very specific line 1, line 2. Oh, this is like, yeah, this is like the plus equals. Uh, Not equal to null. And I'll draw a tab message. That we already did. But for this, I would actually have to have message. All right, nothing is actually going to trigger that to show up. But we can get past all these compiler errors. That was only a warning, apparently. And use variable line spacing and use variable num lines. Okay, that might come back to us here. So around about where we do hints. That's the speed based on this got set to something somewhere. Oh, this pause. We need to do what changes the target position. Hint hide offset. And last filter string. What's a filter string? More, or we picked up an object. Five hint. Per hint trend. Where are we? Web page step. Next hint object ID. Current hint object ID. So that must be stepping through. Next hint object ID. That is tab. So that's only doing stuff by changing. Well, okay, so this is the object we're hinting about, which might be similar in use. Holding the target of the current hint. Don't switch if we're already matched. Target object indicator. Where do we change our holding ID and therefore change? I think that would be current hint object ID. Maybe it's actually hint index. Next hint object ID. So where are you coming? Oh, well, there's my own examine command. Next hint object ID, which I would want to examine a tool. Next hint index. So I kind of want to pick up anytime these things get set. Our new actor. Hint bookmarks. Maybe that's to remember previous hints. Okay, so current hint object ID. Next hint object ID equals 0, and it has hints. So I might need to be doing some separate tracking of this. Even in case where filter is set, update this. Current hint object. Match ID. All right, I'm out of water. I'll be back in a little bit. Two.
Now she's just killing.
Relatively unmolested there. And a crouch fish dies for no reason somewhere. Both. Okay, so you were like, hey, it's.
Huh. I wasn't there a second ago. Nothing. Where's it that one? All right. I mean, at least the berry farms are getting a little more humble. They're a little more tamed. Do with that, Mom. Follow, okay.
Yeah, it's basically World War I with cannibalism.
Hey, you go into that. Hey, no, not you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. If we dig this out, fertilizers are off. Yeah, these fertilizer synthesizers are turned off. That's intentional, because we didn't. We've got this section, and that one's going pretty strong. As far as it goes, the only reason they're all active right now is because we had a backup in the bathrooms. Usually they barely run.
And welcome back. Not equal to 0. Step. So does this get cleared at some point? That's when resetting the page. Yeah. So on every step, oh, right, because he's live updating the arrows. Switch for already matched. Jump to hint index. Current hint object ID. You get updated. Hint object. This is sort of about the same object. They changed what they are holding and they don't have a filter applied. I don't know that I care about filters. But hints can actually stay up. So maybe it's just if we have a hint object ID. All right, so where do you do, okay. If it's not equal to -1, hide it. Because this was, oh, we need to have what we are currently displaying versus what sort of we've gone through in the world. And current hint index, is that in the tabs? Or is that, or in the sheets? Last hint sorted list. Yeah, so what are we using for like hint pause offset? Is like last sheet I. Num hint sheets -1. Always the last one? Hmm. I mean, that's pause offset. How about target offset? Hide offset. Hide offset. Num hint sheets. Not equal to that. Move it towards its goal. Or do hidden pages actually not change? Equals hide. Yeah, this is filter specific. Last hint filter. Okay, that's the last sheet. Live hint sheet index. Not equal to -1. Hint hide offs. Wait. Live index. Was offset +100? Is that? The pause is where it is, target's where it wants to be. It has a hide offset. We have a new live sheet index. Is always 0? There's M. They have last hint sheet for filter. So this is doing the rotate through thing. All right, so this is in step. This triggers whenever current hint object ID, which in the process of doing this, maybe I could piggyback off this. I guess I could even reuse the sheet indexes. They're going to come up at the same time. It's just going to be kind of awkward having to interleave the code here. No, but this only shows if it's a tool. Okay, there's some bookmarking stuff. Num hints, hint. In case where filter is set, update this. Oh, okay, so even if there is a filter, that gets done. The pointers. Holding something with no hints, hide last sheet. I did an unequal before doing all of this. Force hint ref. Current hint object type. Is hint filter string invalid? And I mean, really, we could probably go with this. So we need the hide. The old sheet. We're going to want to put this someplace else eventually. Bookmark, bookmark. M live sheet index. Box sheet index. M hint hide offs. Okay, so those are fine. Hint, hint. This is going to get drawn in the same place as those hints, so I probably need to go in and tweak my positions a bit. Also, you don't need to save one for the filter. Okay, there is something over there. It's apparently there, it was, maybe the drawing code was offsetting it by position somehow? Or it was always setting that to something. All right, so my thought was leave the Y alone. I guess it's really a target position. Will that just be 0? Or maybe something a little bit more than 0. Actually, I should look where the yum slip is, because that's kind of going to fill that same role. No, I guess it's hard cutoff. So actually, this is going to have to be way off the. It's designed to be able to come in from the side. So you're going to have to be I guess the tutorial slips would actually be a better example of how to do this. They're calculating their content width off of something. Tutorial. Tutorial number. Tutorial side offset. Where do you start at it? Okay, so you have a base of 914. And you set the extra offset. Simply to longest line, and you are doing that as a sub or an add, depending on which side it's on. And it's just kind of ping pong between sides from looks of things. This should be like 914, I guess, plus whatever we think our content width is going to be. Although it seemed like 914, well, maybe he meant to have some degree of white space there. Which I'm not quite sure how big it should be at this point. All right, now, does that sort of appear and disappear? Well, we actually want to make conditional on tooling, or being a tool. I think yum is actually more like the behavior I want here. That disappears when you put it down. Except I also want to be able to examine things. Yeah, that doesn't show me yum in the examine. Now, maybe I want to do my little highlight here. Yeah, and that's kind of too big, but got to start with something. Now, what we don't know is... Well, I guess I can show how much we've learned. Now, if I take the learned message, I could really get as much information as I could from the global message. Series, so we are on a new patch. We figured out how to draw a box. Not as exciting as I'd hoped. I might want to end up looking at a different method here. Okay, so this is from an MS. Okay, so actually we go through, oh, that's why it's pound. In the left tutorial sheet. Okay, so that is, oh, and there's the index cycling. Guess that would help if it was up. And duplicate spaces. So the simple version of this is just remember that message. Other tutorial messages don't need to be destroyed. I think conditionally. Okay, live sheet. Oh, yeah, she kind of sets this twice. And then changes the Y. To destroy. Oh, maybe there's other things in the tutorial set. Oh, if I remembered this. Wait. If global message showing. Okay, so that's not. We really just want to get information out of this. Well, maybe I need to focus first on making conditional on tools. That's the drawing portion. Now you were doing, oh no, I think you do want to go +1, but the number doesn't go down if we don't need to save it. And how do we know? If I get offset, hide offset. So this would then be conditional here. Yeah, okay, so it's height offset plus 100. I wonder why you're 0 instead of I. I guess because their height offsets are all the same. But what I have to be able to know is, given an object ID, how do we find out if it's a tool set index? Held pack. Object anim pack. Okay, so he got this as part of that. There's got to be a better way to get this information, right? Object record, get object. M next, int object ID. It's a tool, show that. Okay. And we got it backwards. Somehow. This is probably not equal to -1. Yeah, so maybe hatch was actually index 0. And that sticks around a little bit longer than I wanted, but maybe we can fine tune that later. We're back to this. So the other messages I can get aren't encoded. This one is. Okay, so bases. Nope. Oh, good work. You learned. actually, what we want to match is that. Now this is where I need to refresh myself on. Yeah. Andy? Okay, message from server. Oh. Okay, yeah, so this does message from server is a buffer. This is probably int I had to guess. Yeah, %d, %b status. And then did we get that? There's also the like all. Printf? What did, yes, I forget about that. See, like the semicolons. All right, so these shouldn't be anything. Learned 0 of 0. That didn't work so well. So, do I have to have a perfect match? That is the question. Yeah, this might not be like a regex as much as can I have an ignored field? Number of items successfully filled. Factor from the stream. Integer, decimal. Number of characters specified between the brackets. No input is consumed. The number of characters was read. The data is to be read from the stream but ignored. Well, I do know that I have an exact match here. Well, no, because I still have to do my variable tool name. Would that just be percent star? Okay, not here. We learned the. Uh, yeah, so that was my initial state did not include the learn status there. And I've already learned this, so now what tool can we actually use here? Actually, Axe is different, isn't it? Oh, that's right. Interactions after VOG are always bugged for some. It's such a corner thing that I never will investigate. Zero, zero. Is it not a percent? Or maybe I have to do a type specifier, sub-specifier. Now, they're saying starting asterisk. So maybe it is that? How about... Oh, interesting. I thought text boxes were supposed to... Okay, move first. 0 of 0. All right, maybe this is not what I expect. This is also just getting impractical to actually test. Hmm. I think. Yep. Oh, except you are. I think you can do something like that. Nope, does not like that. Nope, just just a semicolon. Message was not declared. Oh, right, that's the buffer. I actually want. Message from server. So actually that wouldn't need to be a specific buffer. I just made a constant string. Turned hot coals. Okay, that is not surprising content. It is my my scanf that is not good. This does have a Terminator character, so maybe it can take up to the Terminator character? Oh, but it would have to be star 199 just to throw it out. I'm gonna try to put that into that integer address. Maybe it was trying to do a one character string. No. All right. Well, if I'm scanning and I don't match anything... Take that out. And we even get an ordinary one to work. Oh, I guess the way things have been going, I should probably, at least initialize that a little bit. So I can't even get that to scan as the rest of the string. Can we do... No, not... Can we do the simplest thing possible? And kind of work from there. Maybe there's better documentation on scanf. Data to be read from the stream but ignored. With modifiers. Now this is matching what I expect. String, string. It's got some space separators. That's not terribly informative. Okay, so we can parse a single number. Well, I mean, I guess... How tolerant is this? Or maybe... Well, if I start with the exact string... That parsed to 1. Did I try just the number? Maybe if I start with the exact string and then gradually add variable slots to it. Yeah, and I see that didn't work. Now they were just doing, well, I guess that was to limit it because it was our buffer, but that should be the length was to limit it because we were putting it into a buffer. How is this different from putting you learned the? Well, I put in you learned. Where did I get the from? Singular tools. Does it consider spaces to break a word? Because I really just care that there's characters there. Maybe if space is the following thing? Okay, so that's something we have to watch for. But we do know that foo is not working. Oh, but I was putting in the, which hot coals don't have a the. But it does not treat spaces as strings. Which is probably, perhaps, why he encodes it with underscore. Huh. Ha 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 ha. I need better advice on using scanf. Non-white space character. Well, that's the format string. consecutive non-white space characters. Okay, we do allow sets. So a single character or multiple character with characters not in set. Okay, so we do character sets. This works because it's got a space in it. This does not work because we have to do something like not period and throw our period on it. How fortunate that there is a terminating character there. Hey, hot coals. So that should allow us take this. But not the. Nope. It doesn't exist. But it's still got a format specifier. All right, 2 of 5. That's something I did not test. Can it just be anything? Since we don't have an actual character limit here. Okay, 2 of 5. Not periods. I sometimes think I should just go reroll the world so I have a nicer starting area. I ran all the way up here to do my other test. Okay. Now the other message. Oh, this is. There's nothing to actually match here. So this is more of just so that is a specific field in there. Stir comp exactly equal? No, I need exists in last occurrence of character set. A scanf parameters is the number of items of the argument successfully filled. Presumably it doesn't count the skips. What was I doing? Okay, stern comp in string up to that point. If we don't match the first one, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, doesn't this have okay down there 12? or equals 0. Then, well, we're back at remaining equals 0. We probably have to differentiate that a little bit, and so these can be unknown or known to be valued. Remaining. Remaining is the information we get. We get that information. I'm thinking you could potentially look at learned messages, global messages. Estimate how many tools you've learned. Guess you want a positive number. But the you learned without a number, all that tells you no remaining, isn't it? Maybe we track that separately? So wherever we reset that, caps lock. And this is this? Make active. I mean, probably. If total greater than 0, if that happens, then this equals 0 and these are unchanged. Well, presumably, that's unchanged. And you have capped out. Alternately, I could try to count off of the learned messages given any kind of basis for no. Hmm. And then I'm gonna have to disable this to. Well, I could just pop the patch to play today, I guess. All right, so we had tools up here somewhere. And was I? Okay, I should have moved this down, but. All right, I guess well, thing is, you need tools and you need things to use them on. So it's like, so there's the axe. Where'd I drop? I could just get a new hatchet. Yeah. All right, move first because it's confused. All right, what else is a tool? Oh, broken wooden, yeah. Oh, hi, Cole's tool. Pick. Shovel I could use here easily. I mean, stakes I could make easy. That's too much. And you need a rock. I guess it's putting something on the stakes? Oh, I know what I can do. Yeah. So winner takes the tool. Okay, it got very confused there. Okay, that reset really worked everything. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually get to do the thing where it knows the number. Because I'll never get my total number. And I also need... Ah. Maybe I should fix that bug sometime. Okay, let's... We've got axe. These are all hungry work trees, though, aren't they? Make our own boards. I'm not sure what counts as a use for stakes. Okay, that doesn't count as using it. Of course, I'm getting all of these things from special powers. Did, like, reconnecting on my last tool slot break it? Oh, mallet isn't a tool. Maybe fro isn't a tool. Lasso is a tool. Singly list. I don't do them often. I do remember being very, very confused when, like, my original C manual used linked list as an example, and I'm like, what the heck is a node? Like, I didn't know the linked list concept to apply to what the heck are they doing. These are like self-referential. But I believe I've done similar things, yes. I don't have a lot of knowledge about particular stumbling points. I don't do them often. No, fro isn't a tool. Can I search for plus tool? Knitting needles. Yeah, so I might be able to help. I might not. No. Oh, no. I was typing fro. On ads. All your tool slots. All right. Zero. Well, I mean, 0 is perfectly expected there because that's 0 remaining. Well, I actually need to cycle characters, which I only have the one character set up on Vogue. Yeah, that's total used if it's parsed. That's M total. I think that's fine. I just need to cycle the server. Unfortunately, I littered my tools all over the place here. Alright, so... That's it. Hmm. Well, actually, that would totally be a thing we could play with. Wrenches are... And there's ads. Fence. There's some more stakes. Really had to have a round of rock for that, right? Maybe I just kind of made them. Turn the shovel. And the axe. What else? What else did I learn before? Oh, hot coals, probably. Oh, right. Those aren't tools. Fine. All right, all your slots have been used. Now you see, didn't work. Oh no, remaining tools. No, for this one, I need to do this one. Uh, Known as, well, kind of. Well, it's not a slash anymore. And I need to cycle myself again. I don't like working down there because it's cold. I reset the map sometime, but that's like setup work. Right. Still have hot coals. We already dug the holes. I could use... The stakes are supposed to be a tool. Maybe they're a tool on berry bushes? They have to be emptied berry bushes. Oh, not you. Okay, adds. Actually, keeping little branches around. Where's the tool? No, horse is not a tool. Maybe flint's the tool? Oh no, not that one. What did adds? I'm not sure this. Well. Short shaft. Yeah. Oh. Ah, okay, and that learns the shovel. What about flint? I actually use flint on. Or branches. Making a tool thing now? No. No. I probably haven't done axe as a separate thing. So we did coals, we did shovel. What did I do for tool before? I actually attached it to something? Aha. Okay, so properly in context all. 0, 0. So the first message didn't set anything. Other ones did. 0, 5. Four of 5 tool slots. Why didn't hot coals work? That was even my test string. Because I still have the in here. Alright. I didn't fix that when it came back here. Alright. So we've got some identification. I might be able to put a quick and dirty thing. M toolbox. Yeah, so here's where we were drawing some stuff. And I took out all the template code that did actually similar things. Uh, translate. Tab message. So he's being all fancy and measuring it. Oh, hey Ron Cat, how's it going? That has to be cleaned up somewhere. Now draw the tab message. Let's delete. HR pointer. So this is sharp pointer page num. Guess this isn't like conditional. Status. Now, I think he was actually doing this on a per page basis, so it's not quite right. They're only doing lines here. I'm not sure why he was offsetting these. Maybe that's the lower boundary? I didn't get a line left here. This must be a constant of. No, you're still that one. Of course, I'm going to need to be able to learn stuff again. Line start. That might be a server reset. And properly speaking, you wouldn't display 0 of 0, but I want to do a different. I'm going to do some kind of different presentation anyway. Yeah, that should at least be showing 0 of 0. So I've got my positioning all wrong. Let's start with just where it's at. And then we have to look at things a little bit more closely. Oh, okay. So that in its current format, it could be a lot farther over. So that is. Oh. Toolbox. Draw sprite sheets. Tool pause. I mean, I guess that's fine. And then I almost want to say we're going to want to go most of the way over. Oh, that's 300 over from base position. You were thinking we need about a third of that. And probably tools pause should really be adjusted here. Like anything you want to draw on it. Or maybe I should really be just adjusting the background. Okay, so that's taking our text too far off. First, now we've got a bit of a magic number here. That took us. Actually, I should probably see what this looks like. And we were, I mean, 300 was actually fine for the drawing position. Yeah, so the background could even go, well, I think what I eventually want to do with this. I think that there's like oven, for instance. So I want to be able to examine things and have tool status come up. Now I may have. Yeah, this is still a person who's learned stuff. And first thing, your startup message only gives you your bonus slots. So you don't really know how many you have until you learn something. So that presentation needs to be worked on. And the layering is not great. Get hungry. You don't count as a tool. You count as a tool. I haven't figured out how to use you yet. Your hunger hacks come back at you. I guess I do just need to reorder it. That's a bigger buff than I thought. Did I break hunger updates somehow? All right, well, I guess the answer here is we have to fix the ordering. Starving slip. Draw sprite. So the drawing routine actually just the second time. So it's actually not too far. We have to move it down. Now, these elements really probably shouldn't be overlapping like that in the first place, but there's already a lot of little slips around. Maybe I will eventually come up with a better idea. Like, I'd kind of like to show like images of the tools somewhere, but that's going to be. All right, are you hungry yet? And I'm gonna have to get you full to test. So there's the 0 of 0. Okay, so that's over. Now we can actually see what it looks like. A tool. Shovel's a tool. I don't think shovels get used down there. Yeah. Three of 5 tool slots are left. So I'm currently showing learned. Which I guess well, you can show learned is correctly 0 to start with. Maybe I need a better way to kind of clear things, but she does that. No, that puts you back to there. Or maybe. It's into filter mode. All right, well, I can see how useful it is to have any kind of information there. And then display of it is going to need a lot of work. However, trying to get that to something that was at least sort of useful has made things kind of late. I would like to eat lunch before playing this game. So thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who hosted me. And actually somebody playing One Life right now. I don't know. Is it One Life fans or coders right now? I see some JavaScript. While we're waiting, there's my usual schedule. It's going a little bit late. I see somebody who's usually doing some C++ stuff. All right, looks like Tajinta is working on some hardware stuff again. He's working on a microphone preamplifier right now. I'm not sure if it's the hardware or the software at the moment. I do see schematic up there, although he does do code to go along with his stuff. Want someplace cool to hang out? That's someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye until next time.